Hello you, it's Ailey from You Evolve here. This is our fourth video and this one is in the theme of Mental Health Awareness Week, which is all about kindness. And kindness sounds lovely, but when we're stressed, when we're anxious, when we have hardship and difficult experiences in our households, in our families, in our communities, it's often very difficult to feel that you want to be kind to yourself or to other people. So in this video on distress tolerance skills, helping you build some strategies to cope with whatever is going on in your life so that you can remain hopeful that things are going to get better, that you will get through this. And for now, these are skills that will support you to do that. Let's look at kindness a little bit more closely. So when we're having challenges at school, when we're having challenges with our family, our parents, if we're estranged from parents, if we're having problems with our siblings, our brothers and sisters, we're having difficulties with friendships, when things just seem to be going wrong no matter how much you want them to go right, what we often do is then internalize the things that are going wrong and start to blame ourselves. Now, we don't often do that intentionally, it just seems to happen a little bit under the radar, but that's the first act of unkindness towards ourselves when we start to blame ourselves for everything that's going wrong. We are not responsible for anyone else's happiness. It's really important that we remember to look after ourselves, keep ourselves as strong and resilient and balanced as possible. And within that, we can do our best to support other people, but we can't control and make other people's lives better. All we can do is aim to improve our own life. And that starts with kindness. A soft sounding word, but you know what? When you learn to apply it to yourself, it's powerful. It packs a magic punch. So for today, this is all we're going to do is take some of what we did in video number 3 about that bubble above us. We're going to use balloons today, and we're going to start to let go of the unkindness that we have taken on unintentionally, and often it's been given to us by other people, and all of a sudden we start to believe it. We start to believe things like we're not good enough. We start to believe things like, well, my future's not going to get any better. Everything's going to be like this forever. Nobody's going to like or respect me. I am not strong enough to cope with this. These are thoughts that are unkind. They're not full of love and compassion. They're full of fear, hurt, anger, upset, and that's understandable, but let's not let those things become beliefs. Let's not let those painful things become the fuel in our lives. We need to start letting go of them. So I've got some balloons here just to help you imagine letting them go. So I want you to visualize putting some of that BS in a balloon and letting it go. I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, these things work. This is how you train your mind and body to start opening up to experience more kindness towards self and less of the pain towards self. So this one is, I'm not good enough. I wonder how many of us have thought that in any given week. I think everybody has had that thought at one point in time. Some of us take it on and believe it. That's not kind. So unhook that belief, release it, send it up, let it go. You are good enough. You maybe haven't found a way to believe that yet, but let's say I am good enough and I'm finding my way to really believe in myself. So the next one I've got here is, I never get things right. Now that can happen when a few things go wrong, and then all of a sudden we start to think nothing goes right. And then our mind starts to look for everything that's going wrong and ignores all the things that are going right. So it's really important in being kind to ourselves that we switch on and start to notice, actually, what is going right? Sometimes being grateful for certain things helps you switch on that attitude, helps the mind start to seek for good things instead of bad things. So just let that go. The other one I've got written here is, no one likes me, I'm unlovable. Now, some of us experience terrible hardship, trauma, neglect, abuse, poverty. Things can be really tough, especially just now in this crisis. And on some level, all of that hardship and difficulty can create the sense of, I'm not lovable, no one likes me. Now, if we think that and put our energy and focus into that, that becomes a belief. We start acting as if it's true. We carry the weight of I'm not lovable and nobody likes me around like a burden. Let that BS go. Gosh, I wish I could swear on this. I'm doing my best not to swear. Let it go. Let it go. It doesn't serve you. It's not good for you. Someone gave you that story. Someone gave you that belief to keep you playing small in your life, or maybe to keep you safe. But it doesn't work for you. Let it go. I hate being me. That's when pain, hardship, difficulty starts to become internalized. We take it on the inside and you go, I can't cope with any more of this pain. I actually hate being me because it's bloody painful. Let's let that go, because it's not about you. You do not deserve to carry that pain. Let that go. And let's bring kindness into, how can I replace hating being me with some of the kindness that maybe I've never received in my life yet? How can I start to be the origin of my own kindness to myself? And it might be you have to go and look on YouTube and TikTok and things like that to find examples of kindness to self. And do that. Go out and find some great examples. Share them with me, because I'd like to see how you learn to be kinder to yourself. Because Barack Obama, who gave the class of 2020 speech to the American young people this week, he's the one that's reminding us all that it's you young people. We need you to teach us how to be better at supporting you. We need you to teach us how to be better to help you thrive and flourish and live the life that you want to live. So go and do some research about, what does kindness look like and feel like when I apply it to myself? Who are other people in the world that know how to do that well? Because when you're kind to yourself, you're kind to other people. So some other examples might be, I'm anxious all the time. I'm fed up all the time. Maybe start releasing and letting go of some of that. And tomorrow we're going to focus on what you're going to replace it with, because it's really important that we learn to replace letting go of all of this stuff with some real fuel, powerful beliefs, and an attitude and a mindset of things are going to get better. I maybe haven't found my way yet. Things are going to get better, and it starts with me being kind to myself. So there you go. More tools to support you to stay sane in a crazy world, and take that theme of kindness during this Mental Health Awareness Week and apply it to yourself. And once you're full of self-kindness, then you'll have plenty to share with other people who maybe could do with some kindness too. Go well. We're thinking of you. Keep in touch with us on our Facebook page, on Instagram. Listen to our podcasts on the website, youevolve.org. And we're here for you as best we can. And we're thinking about you all the time. And Ian and Tolga are sending their warmest wishes. They're from our therapy team as well, and you know who they are. Take care. See you tomorrow.